I studied sport and exercise science in Scotland back in 2010, and after then I got into coaching in 2013. It was a natural progression after finishing that course. But the big reason that I'm still a coach now is that I struggled a lot with lower back pain throughout my 20s. I played a lot of sports as a child growing up, and then as I came into my early mid 20s, I had chronic back pain. I had to stop playing all the sports that I loved. I had a lot of anxiety around actually being able to continue as a coach going forwards. And then I basically looked for different ways of healing the back pain. I went to Asia for 2 years. Then I lived in Australia for 6 years and interned with some of the best coaches in the world. So then I rehabbed my own back pain, and then that motivated me to help other people with their restrictions, with their hips, their back, their shoulders. That's why I'm a coach still today. My name's Conor Shea. I'm from a small town in Clare in Ireland. Basically, I've been coaching for 13 years. At the start, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this long term as a career. And I wanted to work with athletes, which a lot of people do who do sports science. But one of my first clients, he had a lot of issues with mental health. He came and he worked with me as a client. He actually reduced a lot of his medication. He felt better, a lot better physically and mentally, and that really could see the impact I could have on people from just simple exercises, fitness, nutrition approaches for their physical health, but also their mental health. My whole business now is working with men over 30 all over the world in an online fitness model for mobility, rehab, for back pain, shoulder issues, postural issues, and that's my main business at the moment. So online coaching is great. I love this type of work, but the downside of online coaching is you're behind a screen, your client on the other end is behind a screen as well, and I felt very disconnected when I left the in-person industry. I wanted to do more in-person events to connect with other men, and I also struggled a lot with loneliness in 2020, 2021 when I was living in Australia, and I wanted to build more of a community. Once I started putting out the information about running retreats, I could see there was a lot of men who were really interested, and here we are in Montenegro doing the first retreat now that's been a success, which is fantastic. I think there's a big issue with disconnection for a lot of people. I think that's what men are craving, that they're craving to find other men who have similar goals. They want to push each other physically. They want to achieve goals that maybe they're not achieving by themselves. They're feeling isolated. They're spending too much time on social media. They're not able to get momentum in their own lives with their physical health. And coming together in a community, a supportive, open, safe community, allows them to push the needle forward with their health and all the other things they want to improve in their lives. A lot of men don't feel safe in the environment that they're in to be themselves. I didn't when I was growing up either. That's what I want to cultivate in these retreats, that you can come here, you can be yourself, you can be vulnerable, and you can actually open up and get the growth and the results that you're looking for, and actually feel accepted in the community as well. Not trying to wear a mask or be someone that you're not. So I think that's the real big thing that we do here. It allowed them to really arrive and get out of the busyness of their own lives. It allowed them to really switch off, not have to think about all of the decisions you have to make on a daily basis. So I need to figure out my food, figure out my schedule, I need to get the motivation to get to the gym and all of life's hassles that are getting in the way. You come here, we look after everything. We focus on good food, we focus on getting into nature, getting into cold water, we focus on good training, connecting together, and allowing you to really just go all in and focus on your health for the time you're here on the retreat. I think the long-term mission is just to really go deeper with people. The missing link is that human connection. So a lot of the guys that are in the program, they're connecting, they're building friendships, they're feeling supported, but the next level is them actually connecting in person. And that's, as we're becoming more connected with technology, we're becoming more disconnected physically. So what we're trying to do with these retreats is actually bring everyone together to get that sense of connection again. And then I realized there's a lot of men out there craving this as well, which is why I'm creating these retreats for other guys out there who are in a similar position to me now. I can help someone a lot better knowing exactly what they're going through. So the men I specifically target to help are guys with hip pain, shoulder pain, back pain, struggling with motivation. This is the position I was in for a lot of my life as well. So I know how to rehab your back. I know how to fix these hip and mobility issues. So one thing I've noticed as well as a lot of the guys who come to the retreats and they do the coaching is that it doesn't just affect their physical training or their nutrition and how they feel. It also has a knock-on effect on other parts of their lives. So a really interesting pattern I see is a lot of people start doing better in their work. They get a promotion. They feel better and more confident with public speaking. Also, they're more present with their wives and their kids because they are now not worrying or thinking about their back pain. So these are all these little moments that you miss when you don't feel physically strong and confident in your own body, and now you start getting back and you get that time with your wife and your kids. That makes a huge impact. So if you're sitting at home watching this, you're feeling disconnected, you want to build more of a community, you also want to level up with your strength training, your mobility training, you want to eat good food with other guys in the same wavelength as you, this retreat is exactly what you're looking for.